live visuals of the French President Emmanuel Macron. They're meeting the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This is after the inaugural dinner which happened yesterday. A short while ago, the French President Emmanuel Macron spoke to NDTV. He spoke about how India and France are moving on a new strategic ties. He also backed Make in India push here in India, and he said that India and France are on a strong have developed strong ties. These are live visuals that we are getting to you. A short while ago, the French President Emmanuel Macron also said that India built what no other country could. These were Macron's words on India's 1.4 billion digital identity. But what we're showing you right now is the bonhomie, the camaraderie between both the leaders. Remember, this is Macron's fourth visit to India after Prime Minister Modi visited Marseille last year. And we are seeing the strong bond, the bonhomie between both the countries. These are the live visuals that we're showing you of Prime Minister Modi and the French President Emmanuel Macron as it is day 4 of the India AI Impact Summit. These visuals are coming to you after the French President gave his address at the India AI Impact Summit earlier today, and he delivered strong praise for India's digital transformation, calling it unmatched anywhere in the world. Macron also highlighted India's creation of digital identity system covering 1.4 billion people. And a short while ago, he spoke with NDTV's Vishnu Som, where he spoke about how India and France don't just have any normal ties of friendship, but it is strategic bonds, strategic ties that both the countries share. Remember, the bond between India and France, it dates back to at least 26 years. And we are now showing you the bonhomie, the camaraderie between both the leaders as the French President Emmanuel Macron is in India on his fourth visit. During his visit, Macron not only highlighted the artificial intelligence, which was at the epicenter of his visit, but also cultural ties. Let's just go across to our managing editor, Vishnu Som. Vishnu, we're showing you the live visuals of Prime Minister Modi and the French President Emmanuel Macron, their meeting. Talk to us more about not just AI and cultural ties, but at this point of time, the bonhomie between both the leaders, Vishnu.
No, I think this has been a really important part of this visit of the French president, and it comes as a result of a strategic partnership which is so very significant for both countries. I had the opportunity of asking the French president a fairly detailed question on the strategic relationship between the two sides and the Rafale deal as well. And about 15-20 minutes back, he spoke at length, in fact correcting me at one point and saying that no, it's not a strategic relationship, it's a global strategic partnership, which is a strategic relationship at a very different level. He then expanded on why this was significant. He spoke about the 114 aircraft, Rafale aircraft deal, which is very much in the work. He spoke about the helicopter deal, which the Airbus helicopters being built in the final assembly line with the Tatas in Karnataka. That was something, the facility which was sort of opened a couple of days back when the French president visited. He spoke a great deal of the importance of the strategic relationship between the both sides and how that in a sense bedrocks so much that we see. Of course, he was here also at the AI summit. He was a keynote speaker over here earlier on in the day. He spoke very passionately about the opportunity that AI affords, but very significantly he spoke also about some of the dangers, not least of all a proposal where France is looking very carefully at the possibility of restricting social media access to those who are younger than 15 years of age. And that's also something that our own IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnav mentioned in a press conference where India is also looking at regulating AI access for young people. How will that be done? That's a larger question, but it's perhaps important at a time when the focus on some of the risks on AI has really come up. But France and India is so important. The French president was very relaxed while he was over here. He was meeting a lot of people, including some of the big minds from across the IT sort of industry and the tech industry, those experts in AI as well. And he's now presumably on his way back to France. He's delayed his departure by more than 3 hours, but that sort of gives you a sense of how immersed Emmanuel Macron was over here in all of the developments at Bharat Mandapam.
Absolutely, Vishnu. You've clearly pointed out the bonhomie, the camaraderie between both the leaders, the seamless friendship that we're seeing right now, Vishnu. You also pointed out about AI, critical minerals and Rafales, the question you posed to the French president. But talk to us more about how, with this visit of the French president, the fourth visit to India, this has only elevated ties to special global strategic partnership. Because earlier, like you mentioned, he was the keynote speaker. He said that we are determined to continue to shape the rules of the game with our allies, our good friends like India, Vishnu.
No, that's right. In fact, when I used the word strategic partnership, Mr. Macron corrected me and said, no, 1 second, it's a special global strategic partnership. So, I mean, that's something that both sides have elevated the nature of that partnership. It sounds like just the addition of words, but in diplomatic circles, it sort of is perhaps more, symbolic of the relationship being even stronger than it was, till this announcement was made. So, that's what Macron's focused on. He's had many meetings with Prime Minister Modi. Remember, the Prime Minister went to Mumbai, where he landed first, greeted him over there. He's met Indian industrialists. There was that helicopter facility, AI culture. There is so much of it which has defined this relationship. And, you were mentioning the number of times that Prime Minister Modi in the last couple of years has met President Macron. I can tell you that there's the G7 summit, which is coming up in a couple of months. So do expect Prime Minister Modi to potentially be traveling for that. And if he does, there would most certainly be another meeting between Emmanuel Macron and Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
Absolutely, Vishnu. Namaste. Bonjour moment for all of us here. But thanks, Vishnu, for getting us the latest on this.